Ooh-wee, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh-wee. It's been a long weekend. Let's hope I can make good out of this one. Out of this one stream. Get everything adjusted. I spread the inside of these, didn't I? Yeah, I must have. Alrighty, everybody, welcome to the stream here. I'm your host, TTVMBS Night Bubbles, and today we're going to begin hopping on to some American Truck Simulator. Pause that for a fat minute. Well, actually, we'll keep it on. We'll just keep it really low. Alrighty, so today we're going to be getting into some American Truck Simulator here. Play some a little bit. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, 8-hour drive.
Okay, here we go.
Let's do it. Did I shift too fast? Hold on, I gotta do something. Siri. Okay. Live right now. Live right now. Hey Siri, go to Slobs Remote.
Go straight on. Go straight on. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Go straight on. Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
It's the first time in the first time the whole weekend I've actually been interested to do something. Okay, I thought my mic was not unmuted that entire time. Or it was muted that entire time.
Rerouting.
This is Van getting some room. Jesus, bro. What?
Keep left and then continue straight on.
MB. All caps MBS. I can. Busy. All caps MES space night bubbles.
Go straight on.
Space and then night bubbles. God. Brace with things that you cause. God, there's someone behind me. Okay, really? It's shifting.
straight on. Time to hit the road. Go straight on. Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Turn left. Get ready to turn left. Okay, let's find a new route. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Rerouting. Turn right. Recomputing. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Go straight on. Go straight on. right. Exit right. Turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. This is where it ends.
can't figure this out. Probably gonna react to some YouTube videos after this. Man. Alrighty. Let's go react to some YouTube videos. This wouldn't work.
I'm a serious gamer.
Nine your left. Watch out, watch out.
All right, you got the music cued? Here we go! Woo! This right here is Michael's new rig. Michael stood out from the other contestants in ROG Rig Reboot 2019 for doing what nobody thought possible, creating his very own laptop. It was terrible. Dude, next time, can you please stand out in a good way?
I'd do my best,
Well,
but that was the best I had.
That's fine, it worked out for you. So you haven't even seen what we're building for
Not
you
at
yet,
all,
have you?
no.
I will show you. So, Michael, where are
Yes,
you
sir.
from?
I'm
It doesn't matter.
My name is Michael McLaughlin. I live in a small town outside of Boston called Bolton, Massachusetts.
Have you ever built a computer before?
I haven't actually.
All right, do you know what this is?
I believe that's a CPU.
That is the CPU. You are going home with a Ryzen 7 3800X. That is an 8-core CPU. Great for gaming, great for video editing, and Lord knows you need it because your editing was not great on that video. That's okay. You made up for it in creativity.
I can't take credit for that.
Your brother helped you with that,
That's
right?
right.
At least you got a trip out of it.
It was definitely a collaboration between my brothers and I. I did a lot of the scripting. My brothers had various ideas about which pieces to do. So I couldn't have done it without them for sure. Yeah, we actually had a wall. Then we put sticky notes on the wall with like ideas and like spliced the whole thing together and had a storyboard. Well, my brothers and my cousin actually had a couple of friends that they wanted to see more regularly, so they started doing a weekly LAN party at my cousin's house, and I wanted to spend more time with my family, so I started playing the games that they play. So I had a ROG laptop that I was using. I don't even remember what model it was, but I bought it on Craigslist for $400 a couple of years ago, and a couple of weeks ago the power brick just died, and then it didn't work anymore.
Do you know what this is?
I'm guessing that's a motherboard.
That is a motherboard. That's an ROG Crosshair 8 Hero. This has basically all the freaking bells and whistles, overclocking, crossfire support, all that good stuff. All right, so we got our power supply, ROG Thor, 850 watt platinum. There was a cooler in there as well. Your graphics card, which you did get, and your Aura terminal, which honestly, I don't even know what it is. Oh, RGB lighting control. Very important. You missed the most important
It's
part.
gonna be pretty.
ADATA helpfully provided us with a 1 terabyte SSD and a 2 terabyte SSD. Which one would you like?
Let's go.
Just kidding, you get both of them.
What? I think it's gonna be fun. I haven't ever built a PC or really watched a whole lot of videos on how to build a PC, but I have a general idea of like the sequence they should go in, but I definitely don't know how to do it in the most optimal way.
So tell me something, Michael. How did you prepare yourself for your build challenge today?
Well, I asked my brother, who has a lot more experience with this kind of thing, what I should do to prepare, and he said you're probably best just going and letting them show you how to do it properly.
Did you watch any previous ROG rig reboots?
I didn't.
Did your brother watch any previous ROG
He
rig
did.
reboots?
Yeah, he's seen everything.
Oh, so he was just messing with you.
Probably.
Because I put everyone on the spot.
Oh boy.
You're supposed to study up. Woo!
Faith in my brother.
He can do it. All right, so let's find out if he can do it. What parts do you think we need first?
Well, I think we need a table first.
Yes, and a Livestrong bracelet.
Yeah.
But let's move on from the Verge edition of
Okay.
building a PC.
We also need a case.
We do have a case. Okay, actually, we have
It's
the
okay.
ROG Strix Helios.
Yeah.
That's a pretty freaking awesome case. But what do we actually need to do first?
Open the motherboard and put it in the case. Put it in the case. Put it in the case.
I always recommend plugging your components in and powering your system up once outside of the case to verify that the system posts or powers on and outputs to a display. Open the motherboard. You know what? I'm gonna let you do it your way.
Okay.
This is like Burger King building.
Right?
Have it your way. And if it's all a sparking,
Pile of.
mangled mess at the end, well, that was your way.
Hey, it's your build, your way. He's definitely high energy, and that was exactly the way I expected it to be. You can tell when he's being sarcastic or cutting. It's really just for the humor of it. So there was no problem with that for me.
Oh, hold on. This is kind of a two-person lift here. But check this out. So you actually said in your requests
Yep.
that you would like something portable. Now,
Yes.
we didn't get you something particularly light,
That's all right.
but we did get you something with carrying straps.
Excellent.
Sweet, right?
That's awesome.
All right. So the cheapest, fastest, easiest way to ground yourself, protecting your hardware from electrostatic discharge, is to touch a grounded object.
Right.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna unbox our power supply, throw our power supply on the table, and plug it in.
And the case of the power supply is grounded, so
So every time you move around or rustle too much or whatever else, if you periodically touch that,
you should be fine.
you should be fine.
Awesome.
I wouldn't manufacture microprocessors with this method.
Sure.
Should probably be wearing a full bunny suit in that case, but for just building a computer, this is a simple, easy way to make it a little safer.
Cool. Thank you.
You don't have to hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you'd like us to etch on your side panel window? Like a gamer tag or like a favorite meme or
I think the Linus Tech Tips logo would be cool.
Linus Tech Tips logo. You don't have to suck up. You already won.
Yeah. Keller Flame is my usual gamer tag.
Keller Flame.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to send Jono an email with the exact spelling and capitalization you like for that.
You got it.
I think we can probably do that for you. You found stickers.
I found stickers.
Those are pretty cool stickers.
These, I think, are the mounting screws.
What about those?
These mount something else.
So when it comes to screws, we've got mounting screws
And mounting
and
other
mounting
things.
screws.
Yes.
Careful. So when you're, okay, that technique was not bad. So when you're repositioning the motherboard, it's very, very important that you're not just sliding it around on the standoffs in there. You want to kind of lift it up while you're repositioning it, otherwise
Right.
it'll scrape the back of it. Nice feature of this case, it's got a little nub in there. So see
Oh,
the
locks
board
it in
won't
place, yep.
accidentally slip around. Would you like somewhere to put those screws? So
That
they
would
don't
be
get lost?
awesome, thank you.
This video is not brought to you by iFixit.com, but I still recommend their hardware. Boom, right there. See, now they won't move too much.
Thank you.
I'm not here because I'm judging.
But you are just a tiny bit.
Oh,
I'm not done with that one.
far too loose. I can show you a little trick to go a bit faster,
Sure.
now that I'm impatient. So this has a knurled
Yep.
thing here on the ratchet. You just go like that. And now,
And now, probably should mount the CPU.
sure. Think of it this way. If you break the CPU, you will have no fewer CPUs than you walked in here with.
That's a good point.
So you have nothing to lose, really, except everything that we're giving you.
There it is.
There it is.
I know it goes there.
Oh yeah. Now, there's a couple of things we need to know to install a CPU. One is, where's the golden triangle? Mm-hmm. It's the quest of the golden triangle. I'm serious, find it.
Yeah. It would be right here.
That is an AMD logo. I'm gonna need a triangle, sir.
So that
That
piece
weren't
of the
it.
arrow is not the.
No,
part
I'm
of the
sorry.
triangle.
It's also not golden.
Right.
Right there.
There. On the
Yeah, it was a difficult quest.
Yeah.
So you have to find the corresponding triangle on the CPU socket. That is really small and really hard to see. So I'm gonna do it once, and then I'll let you do it after, okay?
Okay.
We hold the CPU by the edges of the heat spreader. That's why there's these little indents in the packaging.
Cool.
Then we line up the triangle with the triangle. We insert it with no force whatsoever. This is called a ZIF socket, zero insertion force. So you can see I'm not inserting it, it's just falling into place. And we lock the arm.
Cool.
Now your turn. No pressure, but this is kind of the moment where you can really screw this up. You were so close. All right, that's it. Your CPU's installed.
I'm groping in the dark here, so anything I do after this is guessing.
Ooh, groping in the dark, you say?
Right. So I would probably go with the memory next.
Sure. It only goes in one way, and you can kind of cheat because mine is already in the right way. Let's give it a good crunch. A+ crunch, love it. You're the captain of crunch now. I don't believe you did no studying. I think you were trying to set the expectations very low. Where would you like to put it?
That is the question of the day.
I'll give you a hint. This motherboard from Asus has support for 2 M.2 SSDs. He's like, is this an M.2?
I presume it is.
It can actually even do PCIe Gen 4, but that's not what we have with us today.
I don't see a port that seems to match that connector.
That's good. If you did, I'd be really worried that your prescription was a little off.
Right.
We need to take the cover off of it. This is another little bit of a tricky install. So they've got a handy dandy little thumb thing here.
Yep.
Now this SSD is hilarious because it has RGB lighting on it, which actually means it won't fit in one of the M.2 slots down here with the like built-in heatsink and stuff, which is great. So you put it in a bit of an angle, pop it in like that, and then push it down and put in that screw. He knows how to use a screwdriver, I'll give him that. Dun, 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 dun. Michael thinks dun, 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 dun. It's gonna go down here where the second M.2
Nope,
is.
it's not going there.
Oh shoot, dang, what? That's a different kind. Mm-hmm. Goodness, what are we gonna do with that?
So there's probably a cable, or not. So there's 2 cables that go to this, and one goes to the power supply.
Yeah!
Cool.
Knew he studied.
I don't think it goes back here.
Would you like a lifeline?
I would. A
It
Linus
can
line.
go anywhere your imagination wants it to. You just run a cable anywhere you want. You can double-sided tape it here or here. Actually, I wouldn't put it there. There's a
No,
lot of
that's
heat off the
probably
back of the
not,
CPU. Or here, but where it's actually intended to be installed is here. Now what would you like to do?
Probably the CPU cooler.
Sure. Okay, here you go. That's not the cooler.
Didn't think so.
Here's the real cooler.
Thanks.
How do you think it goes in?
So I know this goes over the CPU, but we need some thermal paste to make the thermal link better.
That's okay. It has thermal paste on it already.
All right, with the pad.
Yep.
Cool. These have to come off because it's gonna go on these screws.
Not bad. I like it. Okay, so how important is it to you that the logo is right side up on your CPU cooler? There's only one correct answer here.
It's not important to me.
That is not the correct answer. All right, now I have a special job for you.
I'm ready.
I need you to get out that baggie of hardware from the cooler box that I said we didn't need, and grab the big thumb nuts. They go all the way until they stop. Nice. See how much better is that now that the ROG logo here, here, and here are all aligned. So this is a judgment call. So you can have it here, or here, or here.
Let's go that way, because
Okay, and at the far end?
they're less kinked. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so Michael, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. We are actually shockingly close to being done.
Awesome.
We do still have some things to do though. First, we need to plug in our pump and RGB nonsense for our CPU block. So this is great. Michael, I'm gonna pass you the fan connectors from the radiator fans,
Yep.
and you can go ahead and throw those on the hub that is built into our case. That's a handy feature.
Got it.
Okay. Wow. What do you want to do next?
So probably graphics card next.
Cool. All right, here's your graphics card. Not falling for that twice. All right. Ah, yes, that's the useful stuff. So you're going to be rocking a Radeon 5700 XT. So you've got support for FreeSync. You've got their new anti-lag mode support, which is basically just a way of making it so that there's less delay between when your GPU draws the image and when it's actually displayed on your screen. You've got support for FreeSync, so if you want to run variable refresh rate, whether it's on a monitor or a TV, that whole ecosystem has really exploded over the last few years. And of course, because you've got this beef-tastic Strix cooler on it, you can actually run at 0 decibels when you're not actually gaming, or in some cases even under very, very light gaming loads.
Wow.
Well, are you going to put it in?
Oh, okay.
I actually wouldn't do that yet. Sorry, I will
That's
step
fair.
in. You
Yeah,
shouldn't do the GPU yet. So we're going to need our Aura terminal, which we're going to power with this here adapter doodad. So it's going to go like that. Then we're going to get a signal to it with our USB connection here. Then we are going to plug in to header 1 and run this to our RGB strips. Now, because we've got plenty of cable management room on the back, we can basically stick this anywhere that we want back here. So we'll just chuck it on the back of the motherboard tray and call that good to go. How about right there? What do you think?
Works for me.
Look good? Okay, cool. Michael, hit me with what you think is next.
Well, it looks like we're getting close to the power supply.
Let's do it.
So I know it goes in the back on
Yep.
the bottom.
Cool.
Probably need to take the screws out first.
Cool. So what are you gonna do next?
Well, I think it'll probably be pretty hard to plug cables into the back of it once I put it inside, so I'd probably like to plug them in out here and then slide the power supply inside.
I like it. So go ahead and plug those into the back of the power supply any way you like it. All right, inspection time. Not bad, not bad. Your 24 pin is not plugged in.
Okay.
Other than that, you're in great shape here. Now what?
Now they go in there. I'm
yes.
trying to decide whether I think it's better to plug them all in and then slide it in, or slide it in and plug them all in.
I would slide it in and plug them all in. All right, time to play computer veterinarian. Get the whole arm in there.
So is there a cage that stops it from pushing in too far? Am I holding it in my hand?
Yes. Okay, so now it's time to power this thing up. You ready to plug in the 24 pin?
I think so.
So it's just like on the power supply side, except make sure you plug it in. Otherwise identical to what you did before. So this is a little tricky.
Yep.
Basically on some motherboards, you're gonna have a 4 and an 8 pin. You can plug them both in, but you actually don't need to, just the 8 pin's enough. So you're gonna turn around a little something like that, and then that'll go in like that. All right, do you need any hints here, or have you done this before?
I haven't done this before, but there can only be so many ways it can go in. But I don't know what any of them are.
All right, so first we're gonna wanna remove this protective cover.
That would explain why I couldn't figure out where it plugged in.
Yeah, and then now I think you can probably sort this out.
Probably. Does it matter which one? Because it looks like there's two.
Ah, yes, okay. So your top one is gonna run at 16x speed. That's like ideal. So what's your intention with this gaming machine anyway?
So actually, most of the games that I play are with my brothers and family and friends. So I mostly play games with friends. I play a lot of multiplayer games to spend time with people I actually want to hang out with.
Right. So basically, you're just not any good.
There's that too.
You're afraid to play online.
No,
That's fine. That's fine. I get it. I get you. I
Hey,
feel
look,
you. I
the
feel you.
bottom of the food chain needs people to populate it.
All right. Do you want to go ahead and plug in the power connectors for the graphics cards?
Does it matter which one goes where?
It does not.
Because it's
In
power.
this case. Yep. Well, because they're both 8 pins. Sometimes you'll have an 8 and a 6 pin. Woo! That was it? Do you want to see it turn on?
I really do.
Well, let's hope you put it together right then. I don't know if we ever actually went through this, but you are not just taking home a gaming system. You are also taking home a complete set of gaming peripherals, including this 144 hertz FreeSync gaming monitor. So we're gonna set up the whole thing.
Yep.
So your first gaming experience on your new rig is gonna be as it's all going to be together. Ooh, this one has that fun feature where it's got a little LED in the bottom, and you put a little lens in here, and you can like draw a smiley face or whatever you want on the bottom of it, and it'll project it onto your desk. You know, things the gamers want. It's also
Right.
curved. Okay, moment of truth time. You ready?
Sure.
Okay, last test. You gotta find the power button.
I believe it's right here.
He doesn't know this, but if he can't turn it on, he doesn't get to keep it. Ah, he wins! So we've got our 3800X 8-core processor, 32 gigs of RAM. Our M.2 drive is showing up. Our SATA drive is showing up. Everything here looks pretty flippin' exactly as we'd expect. Let's throw on our DOCP, which runs our RAM at 3600 megahertz. We're gonna reboot that baby. So while we're installing Windows then, what game is it that you wanted to try, you know, when you fire it up for the first time?
I've been looking forward to Borderlands 3.
Okay, I think that could be arranged. Let's get some Borderlands 3 loaded on here. So here we are, we're almost at the point where you're ready to experience it, but there's a minor detail we have to sort out first.
What's that?
No, I'm kidding. Alex, bring it in. Your panels are ready.
That's awesome.
Oh wow, really?
What?
Seriously, Alex? What does this say? Family is for life, gaming is forever. Keller Flame, okay. So, have you actually played Borderlands 3 yet?
Not at all.
Okay, have you played on a high-end modern gaming rig at all?
No.
Have you ever tried a high refresh rate monitor?
No.
Wow, this is gonna be something else. Give it a shot, dude. Any first impressions?
It's so much smoother than I'm used to. Well, I can actually track them when they're dodging instead of having to wait for them to stop moving. That's kind of nice.
What a technological innovation.
The computer works, and that's really the bottom line question. I think that means we did a good job. When you look in from the motherboard side, seeing the 3 ROG logos there, I think that's really cool. The RGB is nice because you can then see stuff like that, but having the unified branding instead of kind of a hodgepodge of whatever you could throw in there is really cool.
So what's the most graphically intensive game you can run on your current rig?
Probably Ghost Recon.
Yeah, but
I
which
have
one?
Right, Wildlands, I think.
That's the previous one.
Yeah, and I'm playing it on low settings. So, and it's even on low setting. It's definitely.
Does this look a little better?
This is so much better. If I played Ghost Recon with this computer, I would be a lot better because I could actually see things and then try to shoot at them instead of just shoot blindly into the blur. It is way beyond what I thought I was going to be getting. It's so incredible, and the video that it's able to push on that monitor and the monitor itself is just so far beyond anything that I've used to this point. I don't even know how to like quantify how far ahead of where I was before it is. It's just insane. I just wanted to say thanks, Linus Tech Tips and Asus ROG. This was a great experience. I really enjoyed being backstage with the entire team and getting to meet everybody and interact with people.
I'm a serious gamer,
9 your left. Watch out, watch out.
but I don't play games with my money. That's why I shop online with Honey.
Guys, we're down in Los Angeles, sponsored by Micro Center, and this is the most fun I've had doing a video in quite some time. On the surface, the challenge is very simple. Build a super fast gaming rig with Intel's brand new Core i9-9900KS 5 GHz 8-core processor. I could do that in my sleep. They have everything here. DIY systems, pre-builts, audio, networking, STEM, gaming gear, every cable you can imagine. I even found this Dummy's Guide to Office XP. But there's a small problem. I have to sell the computer that I build today. The store closes in 6 hours and 15 minutes, and I haven't even started yet. We better get to it. All right, so item 1 is obviously our 9900KS processor, but because this technically hasn't launched yet, we're going to keep it inside its box as we continue to shop. I was pretty impressed with the last Asus case that I checked out. Let's go with a Tough Gaming GT501. Boom. I'd love to go full custom water cooling, but I really don't think we have enough time, so we're going to settle for an H150i Pro RGB. Settle. Seeing all the options they have here, though, really does make me want to go custom. I was eavesdropping on someone earlier, and I heard one of the sales reps talking about their own custom loop at home and advising someone like how to build it. And I tell you, I would have given anything for a single sales rep in our company that knowledgeable back when I was the water cooling PM at NCIX. Do we go Formula or Hero? I mean, Micro Center's footing the bill, but then we don't really need the integrated custom water cooling stuff. Let's go with this one. Time for some RGB. We're not going to be able to sell a system without RGB. Man, the temptation there is to go 2 terabyte, but you know what? I think we're going to go 970 EVO plus 1 terabyte, and then we're going to throw in a hard drive for our Steam library. I'm having fun today. I'm just not even looking at the price tags. Technically, I do have a price limit on this, but I was like, well, you know, if it's like a really great video, you know, can we push it a bit? And they're like, I guess. I'll take that as a yes. Let's go with the Supernova 850G3. Look at that. It's got a nice little spot for it there. That's your power supply shelf, all right? Got a fully featured shopping cart here. There's so many options, and yet only one true choice. G.Skill Trident Z Royal. If you're gonna do a flashy build, make it flashy. Okay, so now it's graphics card time, but we're presented with a difficult choice. there's two 2080 Ti Strix on the shelf. Now, if there was only one, then obviously I would just get one, but let me just see, how's our budget doing here? I think we can fit two. We're gonna need a bigger power supply. Sorry, 850 G3. You were probably good enough, but we're stepping up. And an NVLink SLI bridge. All right, here we are. It's all rung up, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this receipt. And by the way, did we ever nail it? After taxes, $5,062.52, and that's with Nod 32 Gamer antivirus and our copy of Windows 10. Let's build a machine, shall we? All right, so let's get everything we need loaded up here. RAM, NVMe SSD, secret sauce. I gotta say, man, they have an awesome tech room here. This place is absolutely incredible. I've complained before about how America gets all the cool stuff, but they have 25 of these Micro Center locations, and I don't think in the entire country we have a single store that is anything like this. Here we go. Core i9 Special Edition. This is as fast as it gets in Intel's lineup. 5 gigahertz all-core turbo. So funny story, I have never actually opened one of these because all my chips are engineering samples and they don't come in a cool package. Ah! So that explains it. The S is for special. Man, I can't believe we're building this right now. This is, without any asterisks, the fastest gaming machine you can build out of off-the-shelf parts. Okay, one asterisk. I guess you could put higher speed memory in it or something like that. Small differences though, okay? Minor things.
Imagine you broke it.
I gotta say, after the latest reliability data from Puget Systems, there's not much to tempt me to other SSD manufacturers. Now it's time for David's favorite RAM. My camera guy is not a fan of the Trident Z Royal, but you know what? Peel Kaznick. All right, so that's pretty good. We can put that aside and grab our case. So down here at the bottom, that's where we're gonna put our hard drive. We might as well just get that out of the way right now. We went with a 6 terabyte Barracuda because that was the closest thing to me on the shelf. Look, I don't make the rules. A hard drive's a hard drive, baby. All right, now I suspect they go in this way and the holes do not line up. So let's try the other way. And now they do. Now it's time for our power supply. All right, there it is. 140 mil fan, modular interface, nice short unit. This case is raised nice and high off the table or the floor or wherever it gets put, and it's got a nice little filtered intake down here. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put my fan down. So it's drawing nice fresh air from the outside and then exhausting it right out the back of the case. I gotta say, one thing that kind of sucks about doing a build for an actual customer for a change is that I can't cheap out and just put in like half of the screws. Radiator time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going for a pull configuration. That way our RGB fans will be visible from inside our window. The front of the case is solid anyway, so there was no point having it show there. The wiring at the back is going to be pretty messy regardless, I think. This is not really a normal build order for me. Going from it looking very, very incomplete to 9 screws later and the system looks almost done because I had left the motherboard out for so long. So now we can wire some shiz up. There's our PCI Express. SATA for our hard drive. Man, there is a lot of friggin' wiring. There it is. In the handful of games that support it, this rig is gonna have more graphics horsepower than any other. And a 1. And GPU number 2. Okay. So the time is now 20 after 5.
That's a beefy
which means
boy.
we've only got 3.5
That is
hours
a
to
beefy
sell
boy.
this thing. But there's no way that I cannot do at least a little bit of cable management back here. So we're gonna do that up now. We're really up against our time limit here. All right. We're calling that good enough. I hear water moving. I see RGB. I want to see a post though. Yeah, okay, where's my delete? Okay, there it is. Everything showing up as expected. Now all we need to do is get Windows installed. Okay, so now that the system works, one of the techs here is getting all the drivers loaded and software installed and all that good stuff. So we're gonna scout out our best location to plant the system. So one option would be to throw it right in between a couple of Micro Center's own power spec lineup of gaming machines. So like maybe like kind of here. Another option would be to just set it up right here in the entrance so that anyone who walks in the door, it's the first thing they see. One cool idea we had was to set it up with the printers in kind of like ancient technology land. Before we can put it out on the floor though, we need to set a price. Now, our cost on the system before taxes is around $4,600, but we don't have a lot of time to sell this thing. So, thinking we make ourselves up our very own price tag here. We'll go like, you know what? We're in a pretty big hurry. How about that? Thing is, I don't want the first person who walks up to this thing to have it stand out to them and for them to go, oh, there we go. I want this to be a reward for the observant shopper. Fortunately, our boy Cody, who's been helping us out with the video today, has got us covered. Check this out. Super professional. Got all our specs in here. That says K. Long story, it doesn't exist in their system yet. Don't worry about it. Oh, what the? Apparently it includes a picture with me. But anyway, we still do have a small problem in here. That is not very convincing. Like if I did, well, I don't know, we can try, but the spacing's kind of funny. Fortunately, we have an idea. If we take some duplicate price tags and cut out the letters and repaste them, maybe we can get it looking A+ professional here. Need some scissors. It's time for arts and crafts. Now, unfortunately for my arts and crafts endeavor here, they didn't have any glue sticks on hand. So we're going to just kind of use some clear tape to cover up that 9. Then we're gonna move our 9 right there. I am having too much fun. This has been a blast. 1999.
That looks pretty good.
Does look pretty good. There it is. Yeah, that seems like a good price. We've run into a snag. Remember how I said their system couldn't process our imaginary SKU? Well, they have no way to sell it, but that's okay, because we are gonna make our very own store. Okay, so we gave the system to Cody, and he's heading back to the pre-built systems area to set it up, but there have been a handful of people coming into the Micro Center who have like recognized me and wondered what we're doing here. So I'm like trying to lose them, you know? Trying to get them off my tail. We made it all the way to the dead memes aisle, and I don't think we've been followed. Okay, so Cody just put the price tag on, and now we play the waiting game. I'm gonna be trying to keep an eye on it from afar, all without catching any customers on my camera here. Unfortunately, we're here on a Monday evening, which is not exactly their busiest time. You've gotta be kidding me. There's 2 girls down there that walked past it, looked right at it, and then it looked like they were gonna do another lap and fly by again. Didn't go for it. Wait a minute, they are. They're looking at it again. They're talking to the rep. I think she's figured it out. Should probably go in there.
It's a pretty weird deal that it's $20, eh?
Yeah, I thought I was reading that wrong.
What do you think?
I think it's pretty weird. Would you guys like me to fill you in on what's going on?
Sure.
My name's Linus.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Sydney.
I'm a YouTuber, and I built this system earlier today. It is worth about $5,000 US retail.
Why are you selling it for $20? I'm just trying to buy a present for my birthday, or my brother's birthday.
Your brother is getting just about the ballinest computer that money can buy.
Oh, cool. Can I hug you?
Sure.
Thank you. What the heck?
You know how long we were standing there waiting for someone to just wander by and look just a little bit closely at this thing?
Well, because I was like, oh, that can't be right. And then I was looking, I was like, oh, everything else is like $3,000.
I was rooting for you guys because I was over there. I was like, there's these two girls. They did a flyby, and I saw them look at it. And then they just left. And then I thought you guys came around this way, and then I thought you were gonna loop back around and do the double take. But then I was like, no, I'm so disappointed they left. And I was like, wait, they're coming back.
Oh my god. So I was like, oh, well, like, that's obviously wrong, and I don't feel like asking someone about it.
Don't feel like asking a stupid question.
Yeah, I was like, so this is $20?
So, what's your brother gonna use the computer for?
Just gaming, as far as I know.
Oh shoot, that's really awkward because this is not for gaming at all. Don't worry, I'm totally.
You can't do that with her. Like, well, looks like I gotta go home.
So sorry. No. This is hands down the fastest gaming machine money can buy right now.
Oh my god.
Period.
Can't believe my brother's gonna love me.
So Micro Center actually sponsored this video today. Is there a reason that you chose to walk into Micro Center this morning out of all the computer stores you could go to?
We just honestly like looked it up, and I was like, this place looks cool. And then we went there, and it turned out to be like the best decision ever.
Does your brother know how to build his own computer, or was he expecting like a pre-built one?
No, I don't really know. He is like very familiar with computers though. He's like working on building his own, I think.
Cool, he won't have to anymore. So do you want to sound like a super knowledgeable older sister that's like laying down? Okay, so I'll show you a couple of things you can show him about. So come on over here. So you got to tell him that this is a triple fan liquid cooling system. Tell him you made sure you got a K-series unlocked processor.
K-series unlocked.
Here, I'm just going to dictate to it. I wasn't sure whether to get a single graphics card or two running in SLI because I know that not all games scale great with multiple GPUs.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, totally. Of course, I know ventilation is extremely important for gaming systems, so I chose an ASUS TUF Series case, and it's got carrying handles as an extra bonus. All right, so there you go. You will sound like you absolutely know what's up with this thing. Are you guys ready with all the boxes and stuff? We can go ahead and, okay, I'm gonna get this, goody. I got my very own till today.
Hi.
So that'll be $20, ladies. Yeah, it checks out.
Do you guys accept cards?
Oh, lordy. I knew this was gonna happen.
Wait, let's see, no, I don't think I do.
How close can you get? 5, 10. Seems real, I don't know. It all looks the same to me.
14, 15.
14, 15.
15.
You've got 15. Just for you guys, I can do a $5 discount, okay?
Oh my god, the deals just keep on coming.
All right, congratulations.
So much. Oh my god, this is incredible. Yes.
All right, so congratulations, Sydney. Massive thank you to Micro Center for sponsoring this video. You are taking home an unbelievable gaming machine for your brother, and hopefully a little bit of cash to spend on yourself now for being such a great older sister. And I am gonna go treat myself to some Carl's Jr. You don't have to be a tech YouTuber to get sweet deals on the stuff you find online. You just need to install Honey. If you don't already know, Honey is a free... You know, it feels a little ironic that so many years into this whole tech YouTuber thing, after having upgraded my house to 10 gig networking 7 years ago so that we could edit our video off of a centralized storage server, I still haven't upgraded my house to 10 gigabit networking. And the reason is that up until now, it's simply been too expensive to justify the cost. Not because the network cards are expensive, not because the switches are expensive, or even because the cabling's expensive. The problem is that in the past, if you wanted a cheap switch, you had to buy super expensive cables. And if you wanted to use cheap cabling that you can get for, what do we pay for this stuff?
I think it was like 160 for the outdoor and 180 Canadian, so.
That's like 1,000 feet. You want cheap cabling? Oh, well now you need a really expensive switch. This changes the game. This MikroTik CR S312-4C plus 8XG-RM, wow, terrible name, is just $500 US for a 12-port 10 gigabit switch, and Jake and I are 10 gig in this house.
It's RJ45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The like compatible kind.
Yeah.
And the video is brought to you by Glasswire. With Glasswire, you can see what's going in and out of your PC when you're connected to the internet. That way you can find out if there's any suspicious apps that are behaving badly. Use offer code Linus to get 25% off Glasswire at the link in the video description. So in front of me is pretty much everything we're gonna need. We got our switch, we got our connectors, we got our crimper, because we might have to do some custom length cables here. Ethernet cards.
$10,000 Fluke tester.
What?
Yeah, so I asked the Fluke
I didn't
guy.
pay for that, did I?
No, you didn't. They sent it to us just to borrow. I wanted to be able to actually certify the runs that we do so we can make sure that 100% they're ready to go and they will be capable of 10 gigs.
Certify the runs.
Yeah.
So just a pretty simple 1 gig switch. PoE switch, so that handles my access point and soon to be my Ring doorbell. Then we've got the 2 gaming desktops, NAS, and a couple of UPSs.
So do any of these have 10 gig already?
This one does, this one doesn't.
Okay, what about your NAS?
No, actually, now that I think about it, it does not.
So I brought 2 cards.
Alright guys, I'm gonna head out. See
Now,
you
one
guys
small
later.
challenge is I don't actually remember where we ran the cable for the media center. Like,